So the right leg, start with the foot, calf, thigh, buttock, and reach. Now, with that right leg as is, you press the whole leg straight down for a moment.
The whole leg?
The whole leg. With the leg straight.
My knee touching the floor?
No, because your thigh is tight, so the knee is lifted off.
Okay.
Okay, so the whole leg pushes down as in a soccer kick.
Uh-huh.
And then you slowly lift that straight leg. And then you slowly lower. And you go slowly enough that you can feel the instant the movement begins. And when you switch directions, you feel the transition from pressing to lifting as a smooth shift, not a sudden clicking, but a smooth transition. So do a couple of those so you feel it that way. Okay, that's long enough of a lift. So there's a pressing down and there's a lifting up.
I think I understand the idea.
Okay. You'll notice as you move the straight leg that the bent knee leg responds automatically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good. So now you begin the process of straightening the bent knee leg as you do a series of lift and lower of the straight leg.
So when I do these straightening, should it be in phases, up, down, or should it be continuous?
Okay, so we'll do it as threes. The straight leg lifts in a three pattern.
Lower, lift, lower?
Yeah, and then lift, lower, lift. And with each cycle, you straighten the bent leg a little further. You're going to feel the connection in which the two legs help each other.
Like that, essentially.
No, you're not done. Get the legs straight so that they're side by side.
Yeah, I'm not done, but...
Oh, okay. Well, have at it.
Okay.
Okay. So resume. We're rehearsing now. Resume the bent leg left. And this time distribute the straightening a little more evenly throughout the course of lift and lowering.
Mm-hmm.
And bring your legs closer together. Continue the lift and lower.
Like so?
All the way together. There you go. That will make quite a difference in your sacrum to bring them all the way together. All right, that's enough to have changed something enough to feel. So just go onto your back for the moment and compare right to left. And when you have an impression, signal, and we'll do the next item.
Get an impression.
Flip over. Same legs. This time you press down with the left leg inside line of the lower leg. That means, in effect, knee and ankle equally.
So I'm pressing knee and ankle. So I'm pressing foot into
Knee and ankle or side of the leg into the floor surface.
Okay.
Say when.
Ready.
Now when you press the straight leg down, you'll notice that it accentuates the down push of the bent leg.
Yes.
And when you lift the leg, it decreases the down push.
When I lift the leg, it tends to increase the down push.
Oh, I see. You're using the bent leg to help lift. I understand what you're doing there. The idea is to do it differently so that when the straight leg presses, it's like the legs are coming or wanting to come together. So it's the straight leg.
I see. Like so.
Yeah. And you progressively straighten while maintaining the down push of the bent knee side. And you finish with the legs together. Okay. So the rest of that learning involves smoothing the movement out and optimizing the connection between the two leg actions.
Okay. Now, when should I stop pressing down with the left knee?
When you're straight.
So
It's going to
when
change.
I'm partially straight here,
That's right.
still it gets much more difficult to press down.
Well, it changes the part of the leg you're pushing down onto. As your leg straightens, it moves from being the inner line of the leg to more the front of the leg.
I see.
And you say when.
When
Next, same legs, same starting position.
I do it up this time.
That's exactly so. And just to be explicit, the sets of threes are now alternating between, in this case, it'll be lifting up and no lift up.
Lifting up and what?
No lift up. Neutral, in other words, between lifting the knee and neutral. That's the alternation.
So I'm not pressing down here?
Well, if you're pressing down with the bent knee, you're doing the last maneuver. I thought we were going to lifting knee up.
Yeah.
So if it's lifting the knee up, you're lifting up and then not lifting up, but progressively straightening with each straight leg movement. And when ready, repeat that action.
Oh, I see what this does. That's interesting.
So, of course, the straight leg lift helps the bent knee lift, pushes the pubic bone more toward the floor surface. And make your threes a little slower, more long time holding after the third move. More hold and feel. And say when ready.
Ready.
Okay, so you've rehearsed neutral, down, up. Turn on your back and feel. Say,
Sir?
say when.
When.
Okay. So a bit more explicit clarification. When you're pressing the bent knee down and the leg is turning as you straighten, it's actually unturning. Each time you're a little straighter, you've got to relocate where straight down into the floor is.
With the straight leg.
With the bent leg, straightening.
Each time, wait, so as I straighten the bent leg, I have to figure out what straight into the floor is with the other leg, right?
No, it's a bent leg. As your bent knee leg is straightening, it's unturning, which means the feeling of straight into the floor has moved over some.
I see.
So you've got to relocate where straight into the floor is by feel. You have to rock a little or roll a little bit to locate it. But that's the opportunity of this move, is to locate where straight forward is. So you may be noticing that the effort of keeping the knees bent as that position you were just in, do that again. You'll notice that it's easier to keep the left knee up right now than it is to keep the right knee up.
Yes.
No, that's the effect to be expected. Now, as I said before, you finish with the bent knee neither down nor up, but merely straightening each time you swing the straight leg into the floor and away from the floor. So you finish with neutral. That's generally a sound practice. Any asymmetrical move is best finished in a neutral or straightforward position. Pause in place. Now you'll notice that the bent knee hip is coming closer to the floor each time.
Yeah.
And that movement pushes the bent knee thigh away from the trunk. It slides the thigh along its length. Okay, so continue the movement and notice how that happens. And the legs finish close together. All right. So now turn on your back and observe what neutral does. That's different from pushing down or lifting.
All right.
So now stand and compare left to right.
Feels as though my balance changed some.
Yeah. So we've been rehearsing movements for instructional purposes. When you do it by yourself, you feel free to do more repetitions of each of those variations.
Okay.
Also, you've done one side, which is the impetus after we finish for you to do the other side as we did the first side.
Right.
But not to do that now. It's the same instructions, so you use the time when you're by yourself to own the movement by doing it without external instruction. The down push brings greater movement intelligence to the adductors in your thigh, and the knee, bent knee lifted, brings greater intelligence to the external rotators of the buttock. Particularly when you finish by bringing the legs close together. Okay. So, comprenez-vous?
Sí, señora. We're